Hey everyone, welcome back to Bald Guys with Guns. I'm Rob.
And I'm Jeremy.
And we hope you enjoyed that little intro. Fall in Utah is beautiful.
It is so stunning, that's why I can't move. I have to live here the
I
rest
have
of
to
my
stay
life.
in the mountains.
That's right.
As you guys can probably tell, we are not on the range today. We did film the range shooting a different day. Now that it's fall, we're losing light faster due to scheduling, work, and all that stuff. We had enough time to go out and film the shooting, and now we're obviously doing that, doing the talking portion a different day, but we're gonna pretend like it's the same day anyway.
That's right. But we are so excited to bring to you today our second episode in our new series.
Learn long range with us.
And for today we have brought out just one we as we have said in episode 1 that you can see here if you haven't seen it yet. There, yes, thank you, Rob. But what we're going to do with this is just shoot the one Ruger Precision in 308, and we will be shooting it in the milliradian scope, which is our Vortex.
At 300 yards.
Yes.
The first thing we're going to do with this rifle is actually verify 0 at 100 yards, because even though we got a bunch of ballistics data in our first episode, that data can change based on weather, humidity levels, all kinds of things. So we're going to verify 0 and get another reading with our garment.
Yep. So Rob's just going to get down and shoot about a 5-yard or a 5-shot group for us. First shot, zeroing in, 100 yards. Which hole did that go in, the first or the second?
Second, top hole. We're in the same hole still.
Yep.
We'll see if I can get 4 in the same hole.
That one in your first hole.
Yeah.
Did you move it the right way?
I did. I went left 2 clicks. But it's all good. Average 25, 14, 29 spread.
Okay. Now in these episodes we want to talk about some key features in the Precision as we learned that we hope we can explain and learn and grow with you, okay? So the first thing that we want to talk about is optics, and the 2 most popular here in the United States is going to be the milliradians, and then the minute of angles. Today on the 308 is a milliradian scope, as we had mentioned, so we'd like to kind of go into the details. Now there's plenty of information out there.
Yes, there's a lot of information. We're going to do a brief overview about this specific scope and its reticle.
Yes, so as we shoot, you'll be able to see with our trigger cam just how we want to hold, how we want to adjust, and be familiar with our language as we go through that.
We're going to put up an image of the reticle on screen while we explain the details of that reticle. Alright, now looking at this reticle, we're going to start with the windage. We're going to look from center to the number 4. Each one of those numbers is a full milliradian, and if you look on the upper half of the line, each little line is 0.2 milliradians until you get to the number. The bottom half is 0.5 milliradians, and then once you get to the number 4, as you can see, it goes 4, 6, 8, 10. There's a longer line in between each of those. That's obviously your 5, 7, and 9. In between 4 and 5 is 10 milliradian ticks. So once you get out that far with your windage, each one of those little lines is going to be 0.1 of a milliradian.
So with this particular windage scope, show me if you were to say that you need to move your windage 0.2.
It would be right here.
Now if we had a further call out, let's say that the wind was pushing us 4.8.
Then you would be looking right here on the scope. Now let's look at the elevation. Now the bottom half of the scope is most of the time what you're going to be using. And the Christmas tree reticle, it looks intimidating, but it's pretty simple. On the line, each little tick is 0.5 milliradians. So each milliradian is still indicated by the numbers on the Christmas tree. And as you go for windage, the tiny dots line up with the 0.2 milliradians, and the darker, bigger dots line up with your full milliradian. So when you look at the 1 on your elevation, the 1 is 1 milliradian of elevation, and then the little dots you have to verify. So if you were all the way on the far right side of the first milliradian, you would actually be windage of 2 milliradians, elevation of 1 milliradian. So if Jeromy was shooting and I told him you are 3.2 milliradians left and 5 milliradians low, this is where you would be. Up is very similar. You don't have the Christmas tree, so it's a little bit harder to judge, but it's the same 0.5 milliradians per tick, and they have them numbered 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Now, milliradians, this is a really good system, but there are some small drawbacks. Here where we shoot and we speak in yards and inches, this was actually designed to shoot in the metric system, so at 100 yards is where it's going to start tracking. And with that, there do come some tracking methods that we can convert and be as accurate as we can using our language, which would be our standard, measurements.
Yeah. So using this scope, if you were to shoot at 100 meters, it's 1 click per centimeter at 100 meters. So you get 10 clicks per milliradian, and that gives you 10 centimeters of adjustment. But because we are in the United States, most of us speak yards and inches, like Jeromy said. At 100 yards, 10 clicks in this scope is about 3.6 inches. So there is a way to convert it, and that's what we have been doing because we are shooting at 100 yards.
Yep. So you will hear us talk about, oh, you're 10 inches low, you're this, and then we are going to be taking into consideration that calculation to make the proper adjustments.
Yep.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's get shooting down range. So what Rob's going to do is take the information that we have put inside of our Hornady app, and we're going to use that ballistic data that we've also confirmed today with this first 5-shot group. So we do have a good idea of our FPS right now and where we should be hitting. So with that information, we are going to be adjusting our scope to bring it up to where we believe we should be hitting paper and hitting it pretty accurately.
Yeah, I'm going to take as many shots as I need to get it dialed in perfectly, and then we're going to start shooting those 5-shot groups.
Let's get going. Recording.
300, couple shots to get dialed in, and then we're going to do some 5-shot groups. How far off to the right was I?
I don't know, you shot before I was ready.
Oh wait, no, I've got a bullet hole at the top of the target, so we're too high. Okay, brought it down. Try that again. Still higher than I want to be by like 6 inches.
That's great. This phone has to come off. I can't see. Can't see anything.
All right, we're good. A little too far to the right. Bring it back left just a couple. 5-shot group. I'm gonna go for the top dot on the left target. Actually, bottom dot on the right target, just so that I can use up that space. Alright, it's still a couple inches right. The wind died down. I don't know if you noticed that.
Nope.
We'll just roll with it, see what kind of group we get. Geez, that's already bigger than that's probably a 3-inch wide already, because the wind freaking picked up right as I shot and then died again. This is like gusty wind, it's annoying. See how that one went back to the right because the wind died?
Yep.
Oh, wind, come on now, cooperate. I'm not sure where that one went. Right target, left dot.
Okay. Do you see it?
Yeah, almost right on the dot.
Right where you want it. Did you adjust the elevation?
When I was doing that first 5-shot group. Is that two on top of each other?
Yeah.
Bro.
I actually saw the bullet or at least the bullet wave. That was so cool. Dude, I can see the bullet. It is the weirdest thing.
That's awesome. Dang, dude.
What was your FPS on that?
25-28, 32 spread, 25-36 average. Group number 3.
Do you need to shoot the left target?
Yeah, we're gonna have to replace them when it's your turn, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go top dot, left target.
Oh, dude. Nice shot. I can't wait for you to watch your bullet, dude. It's so cool.
That's a good group.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't shoot yet.
All right, final group for Rob. I'm gonna go center just because we're switching them out.
Okay, hold on.
Wow, that went really far right. Okay, let's talk about my groups. So I took 3 shots to make sure I was where I wanted to be for shooting groups. We were shooting high, and then we brought it down, and then I started shooting my groups. So we're gonna zoom in on this. No. We're cover Jeromy. We're gonna talk about the groups. Now, It was very gusty, the wind. It wasn't consistent. It was 1 second, it would be hardly any wind, and right in the middle of shooting, big gust. And we were probably like 12, 15 mile an hour gusts. It was crazy. So what we're gonna do is give you both measurements with and without what we're gonna call our flyer. And the flyer is just gonna be the furthest one from the rest of the group. So on my first set, my first group, on the bottom of the target, the measurement is 4.3 with the flyer, 4.3 inches. Without the flyer, it's 3.13 inches. The left group measured in at 3.125 inches with the flyer, and without was 1.78 inches. Now on this next target,
Let me get that.
on this next target, at the top, it measured in at 2.555 inches with the flyer, 1.579 without. And in the middle, we had 3.5 inches or 1.23 without the flyer. And now it's Jeremy's turn to do his groups.
My turn. As always, though, it's got to be competition, so I do have to shoot better than Rob today. You know, it's just a matter of fact.
I don't have to.
I do. Yeah. I'm going to shoot top first. All right, my first 300-yard, 5-shot group. Shooting at the top target. Firing.
Fire. That went pretty far right. Same place, you're good.
Why are they so much different than yours?
I don't know, the wind has changed again. You hit your second hole. I think you're just hitting the same spot again. You're good. I think you're just hitting the same place again.
I think I did too.
That's a really good group down there.
Second group, middle left target.
Yeah, it's shooting low right for you.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just above your last shot. That's good. Watch that bullet go where it went. That was cool.
Isn't that so cool? This group opened up a lot.
Yeah, that one did. There you go. It's right in there. Nice.
Left to right was good.
Yep, put them all right there.
I could see the bullet in the scope that time.
That's cool. I saw that bullet. Dude, that's so cool. Right in there. Nice shot. There you go. I think you're good to go for the top dot again. Go top dot. Oh, you need to load those 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that hit low. I hope they don't all do that, but go ahead. Yeah, I think that first one was cold bore. I don't know.
What's going on, dude?
I don't know.
How am I a worse shot the longer I stay here?
It's possible the gun's getting too dirty.
All right.
All right, so now we'll cover me up with Jeremy's target.
Okay, so on this one right here, as you can see with my first group, which is going to be these 4 that you can see, but there's actually the 5th that went through that 3rd hole on the right there. That group at the widest was 1.24 inches. If we take out this flyer, the group is 0.516 inches. If we go down to my second group over here, we have a total group of 2.328 inches. And if we take out this one, our group's going to be 1.34. Now on my third group, we do have a max of 2.262. And if we remove this flyer, our group closes to 2.077 inches. And for my final group, the max distance was 3.31 inches. If we remove this flyer, the group comes to 1.843 inches.
Pretty freaking good shooting.
That was really good shooting for me. The accuracy has not always been my forte. But
I will say though, and not trying to make excuses, but the wind has died down for you and wasn't as gusty. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just a little bit, but we still have our challenges. I mean, the time difference between this one and this one was what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Just saying.
But the wind died. But either way, good shooting.
I'm just kidding. You too, bro.
Well, that's the episode.
That's it. And man, it was a good shoot today. Just to kind of recap with you guys, we do listen to our commenters. In our last video, or one of our videos, we had a gentleman who told us multiple times.
It was the last video, the last Learn Long Range, episode 1.
Said, get down out of that truck. So we are on the dirt. And
we hope you are seeing that we got out of the truck.
And it makes a difference. It is more comfortable. That is what I'm learning, is the more comfortable I can get behind the gun, the better I can shoot.
Yeah. Well, and something that we learned just at the beginning of this video was you need to verify 0 at 100 yards every time, because the weather, the temperature, the humidity, all those conditions change. In our first episode, our average FPS was 2550 or so, and it was down at 2510.
Yeah.
So it changes, and you need to know that before you reach the bullet out farther.
Yes, you do. So hopefully you can find some of that information helpful. And again, if you want the deep dive into milliradians, search the web, maybe drop some notes in the comments if we missed something. That should be pretty basic and hopefully understanding. But we really just want to drop and say thank you so much for watching us, guys. Our channel's growing and we are loving it. And it's all because of you.
We are very close to hitting 2K. We have been at this for almost 1 year, and we are hoping to hit 2,000 before our year mark. So if you can help us out with that, that would be fantastic. But most importantly, if you liked the video, please drop a like. And don't forget, down here in the corner is episode 1 if you haven't seen it yet. And if you would like to subscribe, over here is a subscribe button.
But always to remember,
only the most beautiful scalps
are bald. We'll see you next time.